Following the critical and commercial success of the Silent Hill 2 remake, Polish studio Bloober Team is embarking on an ambitious new path with Cronos: The New Dawn. This game, hailed as the studio's most important original IP, is a third-person survival horror title that aims to establish its own identity in a genre previously defined by other major franchises. This game is more than just a new project. It's a statement from Bloober Team that it intends to step out of the shadow of successful remakes and showcase its unique creative vision. Cronos: The New Dawn is scheduled for a worldwide release on September 5, 2025, across a wide range of platforms, including PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and macOS. Developed using Unreal Engine 5, the game promises high-fidelity visuals and a next-generation horror experience. A noteworthy aspect of its production is Bloober Team's decision to self-publish the game after a previous publishing deal was terminated, which highlights the team's commitment to preserving its artistic vision and independence. Before the Silent Hill 2 remake, the studio was primarily known for its first-person psychological horror games, which were often criticized as walking simulators that lacked deep combat. Silent Hill 2 remake, however, changed player expectations, earning praise for its compelling combat and its faithfulness to the original game's core tenets. This success has led the gaming community to scrutinize the studio's next move to see if Bloober Team can apply the same level of mastery to a completely original IP. One of Cronos: The New Dawn's main strengths is its complex and multi-layered narrative, which is rooted in a gripping mystery. The story unfolds across two contradictory and intertwined timelines, a post-apocalyptic future and industrial Poland in the 1980s. This dual narrative is set against the backdrop of Eastern European brutalist architecture, particularly in the now Huta district of Krakow, which gives the game a unique sense of place and realism. Players take on the role of a character known as the Traveler, an operative from a shadowy organization called the Collective. The Traveler's mission is to use time rifts to journey into the past and harvest the souls of key individuals before a cataclysmic event known as the Shift destroys humanity. Along the way, the Traveler is guided by a mysterious figure known as the Warden, who communicates from a central command hub. The Warden's philosophy, portrayed by actor Alan Turkington, hints at the Collective's hidden motives and the true nature of the Shift, adding a deeper layer to the narrative. Bloober Team has stated that it drew creative inspiration from films and TV shows like 12 Monkeys, Annihilation, and The Thing, as well as classic horror games like Resident Evil and Dead Space. This indicates that the studio's goal is to go beyond a simple sci-fi story and deliver a deeper and more complex narrative. One of the most intriguing narrative elements teased in game previews is the discovery of the remains of a predecessor Traveler, designated ND-3500, while the player character is designated ND-3576. This discovery raises profound questions about the player's own identity and the true nature of their mission. This mystery provides a strong incentive to progress through the game, compelling the player to seek answers about their identity and purpose. This narrative structure allows Bloober to create psychological horror not just through the environment, but through the player's moral choices. The soul harvesting process has a mounting psychological toll that blurs the line between the Traveler being a savior and a villain. This approach steers the game toward a style of horror similar to Silent Hill 2, which focuses on the character's internal struggles as much as external threats, demonstrating Bloober's maturation in complex storytelling. Cronos: The New Dawn attempts to establish a unique combat loop within the survival horror genre with its gameplay mechanics. The most significant feature is the merge mechanic, which sets it apart from similar games. In Cronos, enemies known as orphans do not disappear permanently after being defeated. If the player fails to burn their corpses with a flamethrower, these bodies can be absorbed by other orphans, turning them into faster, stronger, and more horrifying abominations. This mechanic, described as the game's only truly unique idea, transforms combat from a reactive experience into a tactical and proactive one. Combat in the game is centered around vital resource management. Ammo is super scarce, forcing players to be deliberate and calculated with their shots. The player's main weapon is a morphing handgun that can be upgraded with modules like a shotgun attachment, known as the Hammer, and it features a charged shot mechanic that rewards powerful, precise shots over rapid, indiscriminate firing. The combat system in Cronos has key similarities and differences compared to its inspirations. In comparison to Dead Space, there are many visual and mechanical similarities, from the main character's suit to the familiar stomp mechanic. However, the merge mechanic is a deliberate alternative to Dead Space's dismemberment system. While Dead Space focuses on precise aiming to sever enemy limbs, Cronos forces players to focus on managing corpses and preventing enemy evolution. In relation to Resident Evil, the presence of safe rooms, environmental puzzles, and meticulous inventory management demonstrates the studio's grasp of the genre's core fundamentals. While previews praise the game's tense combat, online discussions have raised concerns about weak feedback for the weapons, with some players feeling that the gunshots lack the sense of power and responsiveness found in titles like Dead Space. To fully appreciate the significance of Cronos: The New Dawn, one must look at Bloober Team's evolutionary trajectory. The studio started with projects like Layers of Fear and A Medium, which focused heavily on narrative and atmosphere, and were often criticized for a lack of deep gameplay. This history set the stage for the studio's fundamental shift with the Silent Hill 2 remake. The success of the Silent Hill 2 remake was not only a commercial victory, but also proved that Bloober could handle third-person combat and faithfully reinvent a classic while honoring its core identity. This experience served as the foundation for the development of Cronos. A key detail is that a different team at Bloober was responsible for building Cronos. This shifts the conversation from the studio's overall capabilities to this specific team's ability to deliver an original IP. This project is a significant risk and a true test of Bloober's newfound credibility, earned after its success with the Silent Hill 2 remake. In this light, Cronos: The New Dawn is not just a new game but a direct response to past criticism. The game's design, with its emphasis on tactical combat, scarce resources, and a unique merge mechanic, represents a deliberate change in the studio's approach. It is a statement that Bloober Team has learned from its experience with the Silent Hill 2 remake and is now applying that knowledge to its own unique vision. Cronos is a crucial step in Bloober's journey to proving its maturity and versatility as a survival horror developer. Ultimately, Cronos: The New Dawn is a mix of strong potential and valid concerns. The game's strengths include its innovative and unique merge mechanic, a complex and deep narrative with compelling philosophical questions, a powerful and tense atmosphere and sound design, and a solid grasp of fundamental survival horror genre principles. However, there are also concerns. The game may feel overly familiar to veteran genre fans due to its heavy inspirations from other games. There has also been criticism of the combat's physical feedback, and most importantly, the game faces the immense challenge of living up to the high expectations set by the success of the Silent Hill 2 remake.